Well, this makes week 3 of since I started recording. At least a third work week, I believe. And now it's the Monday of the 13th. And I believe that I started going to quarantine around March 6th. And now it's the 13th, so it's been a little bit over a month. However, this is video 18, I believe. So I'm still on my third week over here. I think, as usual, I say not much has changed. I mean, really, for my life from a day-to-day basis, it's not too different from one another. I think overall the whole pandemic is cited as cautiously optimistic because it seems like the rate has been slowing down and the curve has been slightly flattened, so to speak. But at an incredible toll. I think now, I was just looking at the numbers with some friends yesterday, and I believe there's about over 500,000 existing cases with over 20,000 deaths, which is really quite staggering. I think, because this has such a large amount of attention, you kind of think about what is the rate of death normally, and I think at some point some people were saying that in certain areas the rate of death has essentially doubled in that area due to coronavirus, and it's really quite scary. Yeah, it's quite a terrifying toll it's taking on the world. I think we can just hope that we're getting past the worst of it, and I think this will entail strict regulations until a vaccine is provided, right? Because for the most part, the rate has slowed just because we've been all staying at home. I'm actually not really too certain about how other states are regulating this. I know that Washington, at least, and New York and California, for instance, have pretty strict regulations imposed, while there are other states, I believe, that do not really recommend for people to stay at home. So I guess they can have extended problems. But I'm kind of interested how this kind of affects the future going forward, because since we're going to have more strict regulation on how we can socialize in the future until a vaccine is provided, how long will that take? I think people are saying by the end of the year, maybe people will be testing human trials for a vaccine. Maybe it could be a few years along the line before we have enough people vaccinated where we can return life to normal. I mean, I think it's encouraging that the things has flattened out, so maybe we can get to small gatherings, and that'll be, I think, a huge boost in morale, because I guess just staying at home is kind of rough in that sense. But yeah, another start to another work week, and I guess I'll see you later. Oh, here we go. A classic fish and veggie. So this is a little bit of a tilapia with a soy sauce vinaigrette. Well, I don't know if it's vinaigrette, it is vinegar. So it is my classic seasoning for meats these days. And a little bit of asparagus and carrots over a brown rice. Nice 3-piece healthy meal. Nom nom. Hello. End of the Monday. A work day. So today's thought of the day was charity. I think in the time of coronavirus, there's a lot of charity work kind of being done. I don't know if it's just charity work, but I mean, I hear a lot of news about charity donations, charitable donations. A lot of billionaires are donating $1 billion. Actually, only Jack Dorsey. Other billionaires are only donating in the millions. But in general, I'm just thinking charity work is just if I want to contribute something to charity, I'd like to know how the charity functions and whatnot. But I guess it's not something so important in my mind that I'm actually spending time to think about which charities that I would want to donate to. I guess it would be interesting just to look at what charities do and then how they do their spending structure. I'm just not sure how they're structured, so I really have no clue. But I mean, thinking on the scale of someone with $1 billion, it just seems so unreasonable to me that this person, the dollar amount is not significant to them, but it's actually really impactful depending on who they give their money to. And it's just terrible if some of their donations is actually given to a charity which has a terrible spending structure, having a high percentage of the charitable contributions going to fees and salaries, right? Is it really every individual's responsibility to go and do the research on charitable organizations that are doing? And I guess in some sense, yes and no. I think it's better to have a one source that can actually kind of funnel the money where it goes, and that's kind of why we have a government, right? That they take our taxes and then they kind of decide what's best for our country as a whole. And then I think leaving that to individuals is just really unreasonable, right? First of all, there's a lot of churn. A lot of people are doing the same research on different organizations for the most part. And a lot of people just don't, I think. I think personally, I just like don't feel a need to go conduct a lot of this research to see what are good places to donate money to. I mean, there's so many good causes, and it's kind of not feasible for me to divide it up for everyone myself, and it's usually like a small dollar amount that I would donate anyway. So I guess that's one proponent for like higher taxes, right? So the government can actually do the due diligence in finding which places to fund. But yeah, that's my thought for a day. Very small thought, but yeah. Happy Monday. See you tomorrow.